The Sleepy Sea Dragon by Grace Maxwell, illustrated by Alana Cannon. Tom Pumpkin was walking along the deck of his ship, looking over the vast ocean, when he heard the call of sea cucumbers. His friend, Zeke the Zucchini, ran up to him.
"Sir, a ship of sea cucumbers has sunken."
"Oh no," Tom Pumpkin cried. "Send out the seaweed sailors to save them."
"Yes, sir," Zeke the Zucchini said.
The seaweed sailors put on their gear and jumped off the side of the boat, shouting in their tiny, high-pitched voices, "For cucumbers!" The captain of the sea cucumbers heaved himself over the side of the boat and hopped over to Tom Pumpkin.
Oui. Are you the great adventurer, Tom Pumpkin?"
Tom Pumpkin nodded. Christopher Cucumber puffed up his chest very proudly and saluted him sharply.
Oui. It's an honor to meet you, your awe-inspiring pumpkininess, sir."
Tom Pumpkin very politely away the praise and said, "Captain Christopher Cucumber, we would be very glad to take you home if that's your destination." Christopher Cucumber's eyes widened.
Oui. No, sir. The sea monster would only destroy your ship like it did mine."
Tom Pumpkin looked alarmed.
Oui. Aye, sir. We were moving on our merry way, and suddenly it just appeared out of nowhere. There was a small rumbling.
Tom Pumpkin felt a rumbling in the ship.
And then the waters went all crazy.
The waters around them crashed and swayed.
And then it was suddenly there.
An enormous sea monster sprung out of the ocean, looming over them.
"Who dares tread on my waters?" it rumbled.
Tom Pumpkin looked up and up and up until he finally saw the sea monster's face. It was a bajillion feet tall as the biggest of all the big buildings he'd ever seen. Tom Pumpkin swallowed and gathered all the bravery he had in him and said, "Hello, your giant sea monstrousness. I am Tom Pumpkin of the Pumpkin Patch family. Can we please pass your waters?"
"No, this is my home and you are disturbing it," he boomed in his low, growly voice. "Find someone else's waters to sail on."
But sir, these are the only waters I know, and..."
"Enough," the dragon roared. "Your people in your big, loud ships have been disturbing me long enough. I haven't had a good night's sleep in weeks."
Tom Pumpkin tried very hard not to be scared at the dragon's growls. They were very deep and growly. "Is that why you destroyed my friend Christopher Cucumber's ship?" The sea dragon let out the fiercest roar Tom Pumpkin had ever heard, as loud as the loudest drums, louder than the loudest screaming child.
"Me? You think I destroyed your friend's ship?"
Tom Pumpkin frowned. "You didn't destroy Christopher Cucumber's ship?"
"Of course not."
"Really?" Tom Pumpkin was very confused.
"Yes, I woke up from my nap to find a giant squid trying to hug the cucumber's boat, but it squeezed a little too hard and broke it. It started crying, so I swam up to help, and when I came back to my cave, a shark had stolen my food."
Tom Pumpkin thought long and hard about this. So long and so hard that his brain hurt. The sea dragon must be grumpy from waking up from his nap. That's why he was all roary and growly, and he was probably hungry too. Tom Pumpkin looked up and up and up again. "Mr. Sea Dragon, sir, I am very sorry you were woken. We would love to make it up to you." The sea monster looked at him suspiciously. Tom Pumpkin whispered to the seaweed sailors, and they came back a few minutes later with a ginormous plate of food. It took 10 of the strongest seaweeds to carry it. "Our chef made his very famous, unbelievable, delectably delicious dinner for you. It's very delicious. Trust me," he whispered. "Go on, try it."
The sea monster hesitantly took a bite, and his eyes widened.
"Whoa."
Next, 2 sailors came out holding a music box. Tom Pumpkin said, "And this music plays music that even our sleepless seaweed sailor falls asleep listening to. And he never sleeps." The sailors held it up high for the sea monster to take. He took it and the food and held it carefully. Then he did something that shocked Tom Pumpkin so much he actually stumbled back. The sea monster smiled at him.
"Thank you, Captain Pumpkin," he said.
Then he dove back into the water and snuggled on the seafloor to sleep.
Zeke the Zucchini said, "Whoa, Captain. You made a sea monster smile? You're awesome."
Tom Pumpkin shrugged, embarrassed by the praise. He was just tired and hungry. Anyone would get grumpy with that. He turned to Christopher Cucumber. "Ready to go home?"
Oui, oui.
Christopher Cucumber said and nodded as they sailed away into the distance. The end.